Hello, Hupit gaming community. I'm Russian Grenade, and I'm going to take you through some Splinter Cell Conviction, Deniable Ops. I'm going to be playing through the Russian Embassy level, and I've really only played this game on realistic difficulty. I really wanted to challenge myself from the get-go, and yeah, I haven't played it on anything less, so I'm going to do you guys a favor, skip the long loading screen, and here we go. Now, I really like the design of this game because it really promotes the stealthy gameplay more than the run and gun third person shooter gameplay. You can play as both, but it is developed more towards the stealthy type player, and I really like that. I like being sneaky. I like taking out guys when they're not paying attention. Here I took out the light to cause a distraction to this guy, to bring him out in the open a little bit more and make him easier to take down hand to hand. Now, after you've taken somebody down hand to hand, you get the mark and execute feature. Now, when I use this feature, I always try to optimize it, and I'm using the 5.7 pistol, which is gives me, when it's fully upgraded, it gives me 4 mark and execute targets. Here I bring everybody into range, and then press Y to begin executing one by one, and then I hear an enemy yelling, because I just probably shot one of his friends right in front of him. And so he's going to move in to investigate either a friend's body or something like to that, or he's going to be looking around. So this really puts them into sort of a panic and makes them, really cautious. So it's your best bet is to try to come up behind him as best you can without being seen by another guard. Now, throughout most of this game, I would recommend that you stay in shadows. Every once in a while, you can hop out into light like I just did, and as long as you're certain that it's clear, and even if you don't have the mark and execute ability at the time, it's always best to mark your enemies so that you know where they are. And right here, you see what a marksman I am by shooting at that guy. What had to be like 10 times, missing every one. So yeah, excuse me, I mark and execute, and I also, just mark so I have an idea of where the enemy is, and those little icons appear through walls and everything. Now here, I've taken out one guy from the death from above, and then his friend right around the corner just comes to investigate, and likewise, this guy does the same. He sees his friend's body and everything, and it's not giving me the death from above feature, so I have to drop down to the ledge, and he spots me, and I act quickly and take him out. So I skip to the next chapter. This is the beginning. And so turning off light switches is the easiest way to get into the shadows without causing attention. If you shoot out a light, it makes a noise, and a guard hears it sometimes. So and they notice it, like they notice the glass breaking and everything. So if you have the option to, just switch off the lights. But I mean, if you don't want to, go around looking everywhere for a light switch, then you can just shoot them out. It'll cause a distraction. The guard will come and investigate, and if you're in the proper position at the time, you can just take them out. So moving through the embassy now, I have these two spotted and marked. And this guy, turns and walks away from me, so I take this opportunity to move into this room, which is actually well lit, and I really should have probably taken out the light first. And that guy almost spots me, and so I get a little cautious, and then I just run in and take him out as quickly as I can, and turn off the lights in this room. And then I still have that other guard marked, and I'm using the sonar goggles to ensure that there aren't any more guards coming, because the guards do move around a lot in this. They investigate noises and bodies of their friends, or if you flip off a light switch, sometimes they'll say those lights aren't supposed to be off. They'll go there and turn them back on. And yeah, so right here I have the option of shooting that light that's there. As you see, it lights up in the sonar goggles. If I had shot that light, though, it would attract more enemies, because it would be a loud crashing noise, and more enemies would hear it and show up. So I'm trying to minimize the amount of people I have to take out, so I don't have to spend all day taking out enemies. And right here I have these 3 marked, and I'm trying to optimize it the best I can by getting them all, you know, in range to where I can use the mark and execute feature. But he's too far off. So instead I get behind this counter, and I almost get seen. I didn't realize much light was there. And so then I just, you know, zoom in, take this guard out, and then I roll across this gap here pretty quickly. And I move up here, and thinking this guard's going to move closer to the windowsill or whatever, I could take him out and get the, you know, another hand-to-hand kill. But then I use the sonar goggles and see how close he is to another guard, how close the proximity between the guards is. And I just decide to, you know, take him out, and then I just shoot out all these lights here, including these lit squares on the wall, which were decorative. And I shoot out that light, which grabs the attention of the other guards. So one guard is going to go and investigate the broken light, which would be that guy. And while I'm marking him and the other guy, 2 more are actually in motion. And right here, I'm thinking I'm going to just take this guy out, but then I see the other guard is moving towards me, and if I'd taken him out, it takes a while for the animation, and I would have been seen. So I play the waiting game. I just wait and see, and then I see that these 2 other guards are approaching, so I mark them as well, although I mess up on the marking the first guy. So anyway, I've got the ability to execute all 4 of these guys right in quick succession. So I do, and now there's only one enemy remaining, and so I find him, I mark him, and initially I think I'll just rush over there and get him, but then I realize how much light is in that room, and I, you know, reconsider. I think maybe I'll just wait for him to come over to me. And the thing is that the guards will usually investigate the first thing that they see, and in this case he first saw his first friend's body, and then he goes, "Oh damn," and then he goes back to his normal patrol. Well, it's not always, they don't always go back to normal patrol, but yeah, in this case he did. So I take cover here, and I watch for what he's doing in this room, and you know, I take a shot, and I miss, unfortunately, but then I think, well, he's going to investigate where that shot came from, and there's only one guy left, so I'll just take him out as soon as he comes to the door. And I'm going to cut away to the next part. Now in this next one, oh, never mind, I guess I'm not cutting away to it. In this next part, I had actually fumbled a little bit. I actually do end up getting seen, and they do call more guys. It was just a error on my part, and yeah. So initially, I shoot out these bottom lights to attract attention to that area, so that you know, an enemy would move to investigate the lights being broken. And you know, eventually he does, but it takes him way too long. So in the meantime, I have to kill somebody else. Once again, just taking out lights. Lights are your enemy in this game. You want to remain in the shadows if you're playing it stealthy, anyway. And it's also a you know, good idea to continuously mark the enemies. Now the sonar goggles, I like using when I'm stationary, because if you have them turned on and you move, everything gets all out of focus. And here's another good reason to have all your enemies marked, is if you're in a shadowy place and one of them shines a flashlight on you and they see you, you can instantly just press Y and it'll take out the 2 of them. Excuse me, Skype just went off. But yeah, you can just do that and it'll take out the 2 of them, and then my video feed dies for some reason. There it goes. So yeah, you can take out the 2 of them, and you'll remain unseen. Although at this point I accidentally get seen, and then yeah, one of them fires a shot, and that just basically calls in the cavalry, I guess. Now right here, 2 guys are about to come in. I'm trying to get a mark on the second guy, but he's just, you know, falling right behind his other friend. And a flashbang goes off, and that flashbang actually made it to where the first guy, you know, couldn't instantly just turn around and shoot me for some reason. So yeah, excuse me, I hold B instead of pressing it to take this guy hostage. And yeah, so then after that, it all sort of goes to crap slowly. I just wait in this area and take out enemy one by one, and take out the light, of course. And while I'm waiting here, I'm thinking like, all right, well, I'll be able to just use this guy as a human shield if they spot me and start shooting me. This guy does spot me, but he doesn't even get a round off. I just decided to use my mark and execute there, and just do away with that guy and take out this guy with a hand-to-hand, so I'd get another mark and execute ability. And moving along the balconies, I really suggest taking out as many lights as possible. And then also, while you're playing this, you can, it has omnidirectional sound, so you can use your ears and detect which direction these guys are speaking from. And I noticed that there's a guy that I missed, so I just shot out that light and he made a noise. I shoot out that light and he, just to sort of make sure. And so he's going to go investigate that. And in the meantime, I'm going to jump down behind him and come up behind him and take him out. This was actually starting to get a little risky because he started walking closer and closer to another guard. And if the guards are in close proximity, then it's very dangerous. It's very difficult to take out two guards that are talking to each other at the same time without using mark and execute. Deniable Ops. This is Hunter mode, by the way. In Deniable Ops, you can play with a it's co-op. You can play with another person, either online or just I believe there's a matchmaking type system too. But yeah, so you can play online co-op, and you can you're over comms. You can just say, all right, take out these two guys in 3, 2, 1, and then you both shoot. Excuse me, and it takes out both of them at the same time, not alerting anybody. Nobody's none the wiser. And yeah, everything works out like that. Now here I'm trying to excuse me. Here I'm trying to mark as many of the enemies as possible before I move in closer proximity to do the mark and execute thing. And also I need to be within a certain range of these guys. And I noticed that those two guys are far off, and there are closer people that are on the first floor while I'm on the second floor. So I mark those two instead. I turn the corner and get in range of all of them and press Y, and 1, 2, 3, 4, take them all out. Now their friend's being shot. An enemy probably has witnessed one of his friends being shot in the head, and so you need to displace. You need to move, or else they'll close in on your location and be able to find you. Now this is Hunter mode. Now in another game mode called Infiltrator, I think it's called Infiltrator or Infiltration or something. You can't be seen at all, and if you do too many like risky sort of actions, like shoot out a lot of lights, or an enemy almost sees you and you I guess made a loud noise at some point, then the game's over. One of them shoots and they're spooked. The game's over. So here I do the death from above thing, and I wanted to be able to do the animation quickly and then take out the guys who had seen me, and I accomplished that. But still, I was sort of seen. It didn't go quite as planned. I was expecting to be unseen until